It's recap time. Welcome to the Rush Recaps. Today I'll be explaining a movie called Frequencies, released in 2013. The movie begins with students holding green apples in a line. Marie Curie Fortune, a smart young girl, returns a dropped apple to the student behind her. They later take an exam blindfolded at their desks after the teacher's instructions. Afterward, the teacher announces each student's results by name. Outside, the students discuss their exam results. Marie proudly reveals her high score of 127, much higher than her friends. One of her confident friends introduces her to Zach, also known as Isaac Newton Mitchell, who has a frequency of -7, opposite to Marie's high frequency. As they gaze at each other, it begins to rain suddenly. The teacher calls Zach to meet his mother, concerned about the repelling nature of high and low frequencies. From when Zach meets Marie until he is called back, exactly 1 minute passes, limiting their time together. Marie's parents worry about her lack of empathy due to her high frequency. They discuss it with her teacher, who attributes Marie's emotional detachment to her high frequency and luck. The teacher doubts Marie can lead a normal life like others. In the future, teenage Marie presents a device to Miss Anderson that analyzes opposite-sex frequencies to gauge compatibility. The therapist praises Marie's intelligence and suggests her experiments could help people make friends, motivating Marie to try it herself. She experiments to see if people with different frequencies can connect meaningfully or if frequency can be altered. She starts with Zach, who has a low-frequency spectrum. In the first trial, Zach answers awkwardly to Marie's questions. As they talk, an airplane drops luggage near Zach, narrowly missing him. These experiments reveal that people with different frequencies cannot stay together for long. Miss Anderson tells Marie that frequencies are unchangeable. In subsequent trials, Marie meets Zach for exactly 1 minute, recording everything he says. Zach shows interest in Marie, but struggles to express himself. Each time, they separate before the 1 minute mark. Finally, Zach tells Marie that he loves her and asks if she feels the same. She says she cannot feel anything because of her condition. She explains that she only pretends to show emotions in front of others, but hopes to one day feel emotions. The story then jumps forward to when Marie is an adult. It shows her doing everyday tasks without any emotions. When she is at home, her friends and family surprise her with a birthday party. She sits alone during the party until Zach comes to talk to her. They talk for a bit, and Zach points out that more than 60 seconds have passed. He then tells her he has found a way to help her, and she agrees to meet with him. Later, Zach and Marie meet up. Zach explains that he lasted more than a minute before because he increased his frequency. He tells Marie that she can connect with others by lowering her energy levels. He says this requires physical contact. At first, Marie is doubtful, but since she wants to feel emotions, she puts her hand on the table, and Zach holds it. Marie feels something she cannot describe because she has never felt emotions before. She feels unwell and lets go of his hand, but realizes that holding hands makes her feel better. Since they have been talking for much longer than a minute, nature starts to react, and Marie, feeling overwhelmed, kisses Zach. We then see the story from Zach's perspective. The boy who dropped the apple at the beginning was Zach, and he liked Marie from the start. When the teacher called Zach from the playground to meet his mother, it was to discuss his future at the school with Miss Anderson. She suggested that Zach be moved to a different place because his frequency is too low and he won't fit in with the others. Zach firmly refused. After this, Zach went to his only friend Theo's house. Theo's father showed Zach that he has special skills because of his imagination. This became clear when Zach found out he was great at playing the piano because he could see the piano progressions in his mind. With Theo, Zach learned that he cannot be with Marie because a high-energy person and a low-energy person create magnetic fields that push each other away and cause problems. The story progresses further, and we see Zach's teenage years. Like Marie, he is presenting a project at the science fair. Marie comes to his booth and asks to meet him after school. They both have different plans. Marie wants to experiment on Zach, while Zach, determined to improve his frequency, tries to connect with Marie. With Theo's help, Zach uses magnets to temporarily boost his frequency. He tries different substances before each meeting with Marie to see which works best. However, these efforts do not help much because Marie admits she still feels nothing for Zach. Fast forward to when Zach is an adult. He presents a new theory that changes how people think about frequencies. He tells the professors that even high-frequency people can feel emotions if they believe in it. Unfortunately, no one believes his idea. Zach meets with Theo again to find ways to improve his frequency. They experiment with different substances, but discover that certain sound waves can temporarily boost frequency. To test this, Theo sends Zach to meet Marie at her birthday party. Theo gives Zach a device with code words to activate the sound waves, giving him an extra 5 seconds. During their conversation, Zach wears a microphone to hear Theo giving him new words. Everything comes together when Zach and Marie kiss. This kiss reduces Marie's frequency and calms nature. The couple makes love for the first time. During this, Zach keeps getting secret words on his device, which extends his time with Marie. They start spending more time together. While they are together, Marie has some unlucky moments, like missing her train. This shows that her frequency is decreasing. She then makes a bold move and takes Zach to meet her parents. Her parents are also high-frequency people and worry that having an average boy in their house will cause problems. Marie assures them it won't, and they all have dinner together. At the table, Zach explains to Marie's father how harmonizing frequencies work. He says that nature always seeks balance so that high-frequency and low-frequency people can be together. When a low-frequency person is near a high-frequency person, they absorb some of the energy, balancing things out and making everyone more similar. Zach shows Marie's father his device and explains how it works. It detects frequency differences between people nearby and suggests a 2-syllable word to help balance their frequencies. Marie's father is excited that a device can achieve complete balance. He thinks it could make the idea of high and low energy irrelevant, bringing fairness to everyone. Marie's father is so confident in the idea of universal balance that he forms a research team to improve the device. The team includes some of Zach's old classmates. However, they soon discover a strange problem. When someone says the 2-syllable word and then asks someone to do something, they do it without meaning to. While Zach and Marie's father try to fix the issue, Marie realizes something. When Zach met her on her birthday, he used specific words to lower her frequency. Then, with the 2-syllable word and a gentle request, he unconsciously made her fall in love with him. Marie's father is angry at Zach for manipulating his daughter like this. Zach defends himself, saying he did not know about the side effects and that it was all a misunderstanding. Marie's father disbands the team and makes everyone sign a contract to stop working on the device. He also forbids Zach from seeing Marie again. One day, Zach returns home to find government agents in his room. One of them says they are from the government and they have the same device Zach invented. The man asks Zach 3 questions, and Zach can only answer by nodding. Zach realizes the questions are designed to make sure he tells the truth. He is puzzled because no one else knows about their work with his device. The man then offers Zach a job. When Zach arrives at a secret location, the man explains the government has a secret team. He emphasizes the need to neutralize a threat called the Manual, which is the name for the 2-syllable generator device. The team includes the same people Marie's father had gathered since they are the only ones who understand how it works. The government agent tells them the device's history, how it has caused trouble before, and how it has always been kept hidden to maintain peace. He knows it will be rediscovered, and they will need to hide it again. Over the next few days, the team works hard to solve the problem. They share ideas, suggestions, and mathematical models, but cannot agree on a solution. Meanwhile, Marie's father remains distant from Zach. Zach suggests creating an anti-manual flawed version that would discourage people from using it. He also believes there must be antidote words to counteract the glitchy ones, based on his pattern study. They all agree to test this theory. They develop words that trigger harmless actions but can only be used once an hour. The government official dislikes replacing one troublesome word with another, so he immediately bans these words. Later, at Marie's request, Zach uses a word from the device along with a command to make Marie stop loving him. However, Marie insists that nothing has changed. When the government agent learns Zach tried manipulation again, he locks Zach up and forbids him from speaking to anyone. In his solitary state, Zach's mind starts thinking deeply about everything he knows on the subject to find a solution, an antidote. Thoughts and loud sounds rush through his mind until he figures out the solution. He knows where to find the antidote. Desperate to get it, Zach tricks the guard into his room and says a word that freezes him in place. He escapes from the secret facility and heads to Theo's father's house, where he believes he can find the antidote. Theo's dad realizes Zach has figured it out and offers to help him. Marie arrives and warns Zach that time is running out. Just then, government officials burst in and captured Zach. Suddenly, Theo's dad starts playing a tune on his piano. When asked what he is doing, he says he is giving them the antidote. He challenges them to say any word while he plays. A government official tries, but to their surprise, it has no effect. Theo's dad explains that when Mozart plays, everyone's frequency becomes the same. He says music cancels out the effect of the words and that Mozart's music protected people from the book containing the words. In essence, music resets everything. As we move further, we see things from Theo's viewpoint. It is revealed he dropped the apple so Zach could talk to Marie. Theo himself has an average frequency. This leads to an interesting relationship between Theo and his dad. His dad thinks people can break free from robotic thinking by using imagination and believing in their free will. On the contrary, Theo believes humans are like machines and predictable. Throughout the story, Theo's actions show this belief, such as helping Zach with frequencies and his science project, influenced by Zach and Marie's relationship. Meanwhile, Marie and Zach see a doctor who prescribes Mozart, Bach, and Pachelbel as treatments. The doctor assures Marie's feelings are real, not manipulated. Theo is convinced he has found the universal symphony, a way to predict any interaction or event completely, and the story ends here.